8 Relationships between the greatest creator and human beings. 2. Siafang. 4. The cause and effect relationship. Although the greatest creator does not directly manage humanity, he is well aware of humanity's current state and future. He is also aware of the love-hate relationship between the gods of light and darkness. The god of light wants to bring perpetual light to the world, while the god of darkness wants to bring perpetual darkness. However, perpetual light and perpetual darkness will destroy the universe's unity of opposites, so it can only be half and half. The greatest creator's concern for humanity is expressed through the causal relationships he has set up, orders and procedures. First, he has given humans a certain degree of free will, allowing them to freely choose between light and darkness. What the greatest creator gives us is exactly what we ask for, and our current situation is entirely what we deserve. The greatest creator has neither taken anything away from us nor added anything to us. We are walking on the path set by the greatest creator. For example, Adam and Eve had the choice to eat or not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. They could have chosen not to eat and continued to enjoy endless happiness in the Garden of Eden, or they could have eaten and been banished from the garden and had to survive by their own labor. Similarly, if we find an injured rabbit on the road, it is up to us how to treat it. We can ignore it, neither helping nor harming it, and continue on our journey. The result of this choice is that when we are injured and need help from others, no one will come to help us, but no one will harm us either. If we pick up the injured rabbit, give it appropriate care and release it back into the wild, then we are protecting a life, and what we gain is the extension and sublimation of life. However, if we take advantage of the rabbit's vulnerability, catch it and skin it for cooking, what we gain will be the shortening and devaluation of life. How we treat other things, they will repay us in an equivalent way. How we treat God, God will treat us the same way. How we treat the greatest creator will repay us with something of equivalent value. We will receive in proportion to what we give, and what we receive will always be proportional to what we have given. In general, what we long for will come to us. If we are determined to seek money, money will come to us. If we concentrate on seeking power, we will gain power. If we search for prostitutes, they will come to find us. If we obsess over ghosts, they will appear before us. If we seek Buddha, Buddha will come to guide us. As long as we are focused and persistent, what we hope for will definitely be obtained. Many people yearn for something but fail to achieve their expected goals. This is not due to any problems with the greatest creator's order or procedures, but rather because of our indecisiveness, wavering minds, lack of conviction, or impatience. For example, some people want to become writers but can't stand the loneliness and temporary poverty that come with it. They switch their goals constantly, wanting to start a company, become a government official, or study the function of horsetails. This leaves the greatest creator and the gods and demons unsure whether to help them become a writer or a business owner, and ultimately, they achieve neither. I remember a fable from my elementary school textbook called The Kitten Who Went Fishing. A kitten went fishing with an old cat, who sat quietly by the lake and caught many fish. The kitten, however, looked around and saw a dragonfly flying by, so he put down his fishing rod to catch the dragonfly. Then, he saw a butterfly and put down the rod again to catch it. He ended up busy all day but didn't catch any dragonflies, butterflies, or fish. This is not the greatest creator being unfair but rather a lack of clarity on what one truly needs. Therefore, if you want to be a cheat, don't talk about conscience. If you want to be a robber, don't talk about kindness. If you seek Buddha, do not kill. If you want to transcend the mundane world and become a celestial, do not pursue worldly fame and fortune. If you want to accumulate wealth, you must value money over people. If you want to engage in politics, you cannot do so without buying people's hearts. If you want to do charity, don't seek personal gain. If you want to pursue academia, you must endure loneliness and solitude. If you want to secure personal gain, don't care about principles and relationships. If you want to flatter and please others, don't be afraid of being exposed, and you must have a thick skin. If you want to be a general, don't fear the bloodshed of soldiers. If you want to stay healthy, you must learn to take care of yourself. If you want to improve your life quality, you must practice self-cultivation. If you don't want to go to jail, stay away from Crime: if you don't want to be reborn as an animal in the next life, you must have humanity and not act recklessly and maliciously. If you want to enter the 1,000-year world after death, you must acquire perfect humanity in your limited life stage. If you want to be born in the 10,000-year world, you must perceive, pursue, and attain the Tao. If you want to enter the Pure Land, you must quickly worship Buddha, perceive the nature of your mind, and transcend the realm of desires, forms, and formlessness. If you don't want to go to the netherworld, you must do more good and less evil. If you don't want to go to the frozen layer, don't deceive, swindle, or harm the innocent. If you don't want to go to the inflamed layer, don't kill without reason. As you sow, so shall you reap. If you plant sesame, you cannot expect to harvest watermelon. If you scatter grass seeds, you cannot expect to reap crops. Good begets good, evil begets evil. No deed goes unrewarded, but the timing may not be immediate. When the time comes, it will surely be repaid. If we do not receive retribution in this life, we will in the next. The greatest creator is fair and impartial and gives us corresponding results based on our own choices and actions. Our past is our present, and our present is our future. This is the cause and effect relationship between us and the greatest creator.